the words are more painful than the physical pain of what somebody slapped you. You remember the trauma of what somebody teased you from a childhood. I was teased about my forehead. I'm still traumatized by being called big forehead. Words.
Forehead is big though, but it wasn't. That wasn't a derogatory statement. That was a fact.
What?
That was a fact. You do have a big forehead, but so the correlation don't really mix.
No, but the word, I don't. What?
You just not taking the truth. That's what that is. You want to be pacified when your forehead is really big. That's a different correlation. Yeah, the correlation.
And the truth does set you free.
Yeah, the correlation don't mix.
Words hurt.
The words. See, but once again,
truth hurt.
Truth hurt.
I'm gonna assume that it's not that big, but whatever. The point I'm making is that.
So now you trans forehead.
Yeah.
The big thing is perception is power. Perception is power, man. Like people can talk.
I'm about to bring somebody else on, right? and I'm gonna let you go, brother. But I know they gonna want to bring it back up. I know they gonna want to bring it back up.
Man.
Stay tuned. Please don't leave the room because I'm sure there's some people.
Hey, that's cool. I'm down with it. I'm down. I love it. I love it all.
All right, much love, bro.
Much love.
Let me bring somebody else on here. Yeah, you're a different story, Tamara. Like, it's a different vibe for you.
It's still words. I'm gonna live with the fact that it's words, and it still connects to my feelings to this day.
I mean, somebody pointing out the obvious. I mean, probably you felt bad about it, yes, but it was a fact.
I'm gonna ignore the fact that you're saying it's fact. I accept that it's not.
You told me to tell you it's a fact.
I accept that it's not.
You can't wear a bang, Tamara. Your hair is always gonna slide down the two sides of your face because your forehead is a certain type of.
I gotta go check. You're not traumatizing me and bringing back my childhood pain.
I'm not trying to traumatize you. I'm just trying to keep it real.
Tamara got big overbite gums too. Gums is big as hell.
I'm trying to keep it real.
You're not bringing back my childhood pain. That's not happening to me right now. That is not. I went through a lifetime of accepting that, and then when I got to the place of no, it's not real. That was like 12 years ago.
On both sides of the fence, right? Because like I said, I'm just listening to the people. On both sides of the fence, they were saying that Spice was also wrong for mentioning her child.
Good night, Majah.
What's good? What's good, my brother? How you?
Oh, we talking about this. You see.
Yeah, man.
Back it out, boy. Back it out.
Question, though. I want to ask, that girl, is she not from the island? Is she not from Dominica?
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I'm thinking I've heard that she's Puerto Rican.
You ain't never been around there, you and Safari, good friends. He ain't never been in your presence. Or Safari been over your house in Atlanta.
Is it who say it makes the difference?
If a black woman needs a monkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the conversation is going to get interesting because all right, hold on before you say anything, right? Yeah. I was also saying to myself, if the person who was called a monkey, if they were not Caribbean, let's say for example it was Viola Davis that was called a monkey, would it be still reciprocated the same way?
Repeat? Say that again?
The person who was called a blue monkey, right?
Yeah.
Is Jamaican, right? Of Jamaican.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to know, would it still be received the same way, or would it still be a back and forth if it was an American black woman? If it was a woman like Viola Davis, or it was somebody like a Beyonce or somebody, would it still be received that same way?
Well, to be honest
Can't
with
say
you,
that it would, because
that's
Viola
not a
Davis
live
is
show.
dark,
That is number
dark,
one. So that show has been
melanated as
edited
well.
and reviewed before it was put out, right? So I honestly think if there was such a problem that we wanted to prevent before we push that narrative to the public, the ultimate decision could have made by the producer. All right, so damage control could have made.
Let me say this to you, right? Because you bring up a valid point. And I thought about that as well, right? Because I've seen that as well. Them put it out and why them put it out, this and that and right? All right. So suppose when they were filming the show, right? She said that and it offended majority of the cast members, or it offended, let's say, the producers or whosoever.
It did.
Right? Let's say that happened, right? And they were going to remove her from the show. But they could not remove her from the show without giving the public the right information on to why they are removing her. So therefore they had to view it, put it out, right? In order for the public to understand why she's being removed from the show.
I see what they're saying. They had to air it
for
first
television
in order
purposes,
for so it was
Majah
intentional.
Hype, we also understand that the producer really don't owe the public no real reason
that's not how what happened.
to fire the person. But let me say this though. Let me say this though. If me for be honest, Majah Hype, I am from Jamaica. Me's a black man.
Right.
While me not support what the female did to Spice, let me tell you something, Majah Hype. I've seen you rep for your kids on a different level, Majah Hype. Of course. I've seen people say a lot of things about you. But let me tell you what hurt the most, Majah Hype. You see, when kids can't able to defend themselves, that is what parenting is for.
Absolutely.
You see, at that moment, maybe we put racism aside, because let me tell you something. Me come from Jamaica, we not racist, with classism. So it's either you're rich or you're poor.
Exactly.
So sometimes we come America and we are jump on this racism wagon, and sometimes it's just people are
don't get it twisted.
White
Jamaicans are colorists. You got the fucking
white people
the Indians, you got the Chinese, and you got the black. Same shit in Trinidad.
It's racism. But when we don't understand, everybody come with attitude. Black,
Jamaica's
white,
got colorism. Trinidad got colorism.
Just let me finish this.
The Caribbean has colorism.
You see, Spice was saying a lot, and the girl was saying a lot. You can tell when Spice mentioned that lady kid. You know, it feel if I look by you and say, Majah Hype, your daughter not like you.
Can I just say this real quick?
Of course.
I'm going to say this.
Of course.
Let me clear this up real quick. First of all, there's context to the whole situation. From the moment Spice sat down, Spice already is coming with it because she knew the woman was talking shit about her from being in the hospital with Safari, saying, he cared about her being sick. And she was already saying slight shit about her health and why you going crazy over her and who cares if she's sick. So Spice already had heads up that she was saying nasty shit about her. When Spice sat down and confronted her, she tried to come with the nice girl shit. Spice is already above that and was like, fuck that, let's talk for real and say what you've been saying to Safari about me while I was on my deathbed, supposedly. Then, when she said what she said about her child, that's not coming from out of nowhere. That's coming from what she already heard was said about her.
Let me ask you a question. Right? Does Spice have a point when she said, I was not coming for your child, I was coming for your parenting?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes.
But Majah Hype, I know my stands are responsibility to come with how you parent your child, Majah. That must the parenting don't come with a blueprint, Majah. Sometimes people are go through internal issues. Me pretty sure if the girl they look for Spice and say, Nicholas not like you. We know how Spice about Nicholas and that little girl that she had.
She's not going to call her a derogatory name. And she
you understand what I say, Majah?
Let me clear up the rest. Wait. Let me clear up the rest. Because y'all got misconstrued information. She was also calling the cast member on the show Monkey. It's not one person. That's why Mona had to gather everything together to fire that ass. Because it's not one time. Even after the Spikes fight, she called other cast member in the hotel. I'm tired of working with these black monkeys. That's what she said. That's why she was also fired.
So Tamara, but Majah Hype is a comedian with a lot of comedian brothers who's hold on, Tamara, man, because what we are doing now, we are conversating, and what we're looking is transparency.
Exactly.
So we're not arguing, we're debating. Exactly. I understand you're coming strong because Majah say your forehead is big. I don't think it's big. I think God made you how you're supposed to look. No, I'm just saying God made you in your own image, and I'm telling you. No, but listen up. No, because I'm not. I for one, me not look up. Me no want put myself out in the public. Because my voice is what me want to be. Well, Anna, my voice is what me want to be here and not my face to be seen. Cause you could have called me monkey too. Let me just reason with you, Tamara. What me I say, Majah Hype, a lot of your peers, comedian Majah, stand on stage and run the same racist joke, and we people sit down and listen it. So what different from the entertainment for love and hip hop and the entertainment for me paying for come see Majah? Me not say you specific, but look how much time Dave Chappelle them run racist joke. Look how much no, it's not different. That's a public space. When Dave Chappelle them sell out a show in a Majah, this is arena we are talking about. Dave Chappelle to me is bigger than love and hip hop. Am I wrong?
True.
You understand what I say? So my thing when I say Tamara, I understand say you are come from the racist standpoint. But if me can tell you this, if we do a poll right now, Majah Hype on your show, and when you end this tonight, I want you do a poll and ask how much people would be rather offended by them kids or call a monkey. I guarantee you.
Me I must say this now, right? Me could differentiate the atmosphere of Dave Chappelle comedically joking about ethnic groups, right? Versus two people having a problem, right? Serious discussion and racism come up in it. You have to differentiate the two things. I mean,
okay.
I not pick up side, I mean, I say who is right, and I say who is wrong. Because if you ask me, really and truly, would have said the two of them wrong.
Yeah. And make you understand that because me not there here for tell us that the girl was right because Spice Monkey, And that me I say, yeah.
The two of them, right. In the conversation or in the argument, right? The two of them know that them are trying to trigger one another.
True.
That was the goal, for them two to trigger each other, right? Just in my opinion, one take it a little further than the other. But in the same breath, people will tell you all is fear in love and war.
But Major, when we are grew up in Jamaica, them not say cuss not big no good word. Normally when people angry, them not usually a filter them thoughts. People just say things we are going to hurt you the most.
No.
And what I say is, but Tamara, I can't speak from prior issues. I'm talking about the current one. I don't know about what you said before.
You have to look at behavior. And
but I am not.
Hold on. If you're on a public platform and you are able to look at another black person and call them monkey, a derogatory term that the NWCP said that we don't want it to be said on TV about us. We don't want it in schools. This is something of facts. This is a slur. It's a racial slur.
I get this, right? What me not understand, I'm gonna get, right? Look on Jamie Foxx where there. Jamie Foxx post something where they will say, be careful, them are Judas, them kill Jesus, right? Me personally, I don't see that as any disrespect.
I didn't see it as disrespect either.
Because it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible, right? So he's basically reciting what he was taught from the Bible, right? And him not
a
saying
certain group of
the
people
Jewish them
that
kill Jesus, him said them kill Jesus. Right away, he must get some kind of flack don't know about, right? And come out and apologize. Right?
I didn't get the apology.
Never see no apology or nothing from this young lady. I never hear no, boy, I didn't mean it this way, or boy, we was arguing or whatever. I didn't hear any of that. And I want to know why we don't deserve that.
Exactly. It's a derogatory term, no matter how you look at it. It's not cute. It's not funny. Don't call us monkey.
Why don't we?
Yeah, but she no white woman, Tamara. You say don't call us monkey. She no white woman either. She could have seen us as a monkey too.
She don't see herself that way. She see herself as
no,
a
but
white
me tell us me could have seen her as
that. So then why
too.
is she saying I don't want to work for these black monkey? Why would you say that? Why would you say
that
something
part?
Like
them can't talk about coming and hear that part.
That's what me tell Tamara. Tamara talk about some other things that me never hear. Me talk about what hear.
What them show up on TV. That's what me know. What me hear and what me see on TV is what I know. People, they are saying that she uses that derogatory word a lot. That is what they're saying. But I have not heard her. I have not heard her say that.
So you never met, but Tamara, you never mention at the point when the girl even say, when she said to Spice, you should have dead, like something to that effect.
That's
when
not a derogatory term.
No, but
that's not a derogatory
so Tamara, you want me to look for you and tell us?
So it's not a derogatory
so
term.
if we for we, the odds, them right? No, but well, I'm not Tamara. If we for weigh the odds, because you have to choose you have to pick a side and stay on it, you know. And you have to just choose the lesser evil. If you go do a surgery, and Majah Hype look for you and say, Tamara, let's say one of course, and Majah Hype say, Tamara, you should have dead when you're in your surgery. And look or say, Tamara, your forehead big. Which one would weigh on you more heavier?
My forehead.
Tamara, yeah, be ready, Tamara.
Oh, no. So, all right.
Hey,
correct me if I'm wrong, but did the chain of events went like this, right? She got talk to Safari. Safari must tell, she said, boy, why you crying over this monkey? You should have dead on table or something like that. Is that how it went?
Something for that either. Yeah.
All right, then meet up together and then start cuss and go on until she say it again. So who was the aggressor in the situation? Because did she say we should dead first?
Well, when the table flick over, and like them she moved towards Spice in the aggressive way, that was when the word, them choice of words that was exchanged. Like when the table flipped, after she said the monkey and the table flipped, and she moved towards Spice, she said something like, that's why you should have dead when you're in the surgery. Something to that. Because as you may have said, we have to understand in Majah Hype, all our black people are black people. No, but all we come with, we have trigger. Well, I Tamara, everybody come with trigger. We can call Majah Hype monkey and it not face him one bit because Majah Hype know him morals, know him standard, know what him is about. But if you have trouble Majah Hype kids, him could have risked him whole career feed. We don't know if that lady that trigger is her kid. That lady they are going through a divorce. Well, I know Tamara, you have to listen to understand and not listen to respond, you know. It's a big difference, you know. Listen what me I say. We don't know if that lady there kids are trigger Majah Hype. Remember she go through a divorce. Me put it on the family.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it go for that.
Yeah, but what if? Yeah, it go a long time, but it no mean say you not hurt same way. So she go through a breakup regardless.
No,
when me I say is,
yeah. The way I thought she with new man.
All right, let me ask you this question.
She went to her like she with new man.
Is it okay for a Hispanic to use the word Nigga?
If a Hispanic what?
Is it all right for a Hispanic person to call you or whosoever to be able to use the word Nigga?
Well then, we are with it from with up on the car. We are talking about context. It depends on the context. If we are argue, Me know says a subliminally mature at me.
Right.
But what if we just a laugh and talk?
Right. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it is not a white person using it as you said, right? So she's not white either. So it shouldn't really be a problem then.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you are a Hispanic man argue and him say, boy, you're Nigega or whatever, you're a nigga or whatever, is it okay for him to use that word? What you in a derogatory way?
Let me hear this.
I mean, this is more like a personal opinion, because, I mean, everybody view it different, but it wouldn't matter to me. I'm going to be honest with you. It wouldn't matter to me. A person saying nigga to me don't define who me is, because we are babu head and listen to rappers say nigga in a song same way. So, yeah, go ahead.
They're going to make you know something, right? You're not going to hear no Hispanic or no Puerto Rican or nobody allow you to call him no wetback or no speaking.
Exactly.
I tell you that, you know. If you ever feel like you could have called one of them Spanish there a wetback or a speak, or them derogatory word with them make up and give them not go for that, you know.
Yeah, but Majah Hype, but here what the moral of my story, you know, we call with one another the same racist name among ourselves. So why more trigger? Why different? If we are talking about word is power, you shouldn't be.
Hold on.
Can I tell you something, Majah? Me more offended when my people talk down to me than when kind opposite race talk to me, because of the.
Brother, let me cut you 1 minute. It is a difference between nigger and nigga.
Explain
Two different terms.
to me now. Explain it to me,
break
please.
it down.
Yeah.
When you are using it in a derogatory way by saying that nigger over there, that black nigga, that's the difference. That
never keep it real enough.
But to me, that's just
never keep it real enough. Never keep it real. Hold on, let's stick up it. Never keep it real, because there is no difference. There is no difference. Nigga,
I'm glad that you say it.
And guess what?
I'm glad that you say it.
I'm never said this, right? It is a word that was negatively used against the black race, and we try to make it into a positive thing, as if we are called with brother, right? But really and truly, in the real raw terminology, it is not no different. And we need to stop talking about that, because there is no difference. The same way me, I gonna look for my dog and say, yo, my nigga, whatever, my nigga. It is still the same negative word. It is just that we try to take something negative.
We took it and try to make it cool. Or you use a nigga like Nigga. It's like used in like a cool way.
If we are gonna have a problem, well, Tamara, if we are gonna have a problem,
of course, it's derogatory.
Okay, go ahead. Nigga. Yeah, that where you are.
You gotta understand the difference with derogatory term and the difference with something that's not. Calling us monkey is a derogatory term. I don't care what race of people say it. It's on a public national TV. Calling us monkey is not okay. And I don't care if she said, oh, your son don't like you. That's why your son don't like you. For you to turn around and say, that's why you're a black monkey and you're not a black person, and you also use it in a derogatory term, that is wrong. That is wrong. That is not okay. If we
Tamara, you see if it was Tamara, if it was a clear cut or in a black and white, what wouldn't be. But Tamara, listen, you see the fact that we are debating it, and I'm pretty sure when I come off Majah, I'm gonna had somebody else who are gonna debate it. It means that it's not no clear cut as make it see. There's several ways. There's several.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The NWCP made it clear that it is a derogatory term, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. It is not supposed to be used in school, because back in the days, that's what they used to call it. In schools, on the street, monkey. So that
when I was at scholars class in high school, I got called monkey before.
No, man, I be honest with you. She said blue monkey. Me not really know no blue monkey.
Yeah, but bottom line, she said monkey. And if you don't understand it's a slur,
white
then Google it and
kids.
find out. It is a racial
Predominantly
slur
was
to
all
black
white
people.
kids in my class.
Tamara, we as a black
scholars.
If somebody did call me a coconut, I feel offended by that. Because that is a word. When I was growing up, that is what they called us as Caribbean people.
The Caribbean people.
Yes. You know, really, the nigga thing now don't really phase we, you know.
No.
But as Caribbean people, even though it might, it really not gonna phase we as much as it would phase American black
Americans.
Because they were the ones who were subjected to that word when with their history. You understand? Remember I said we don't know about this racism thing like you said earlier, I know.
But you understand? That is facts. We is like what me try to say Majah Hype. Most of who depend on comment here are who. Can me tell you, the wider diaspora take it up more than even the black American, you know. And what me try to tell you is most of who fight the argument and push the narrative, we don't experience racism on a level where it would affect us. That's what that's what me say, no, like Spice come from dance hall, brother. Like Spice in design, like dance hall is a racha. So you, to me, going in a love and hip hop arena, a joke thing compared to what Spice deal with. Am I saying it is right, Tamara? No. But what me I say is, I don't think it warrants for the girl get fired.
Why
what me
not?
I say is, and this is my opinion, Tamara, if you come for me kids them, Tamara, me say I will make the blue light flash and come for me. It's just the truth. You have a problem when somebody call you say, you know,
so if somebody call you banana boat, you don't feel the same way?
No, because I plane me come here upon.
Yeah, but it's a derogatory statement that they make for people who are born here.
Exactly.
For people who come here from the Caribbean, them say you come here from banana boat and this. So it's derogatory.
Right.
And it's offensive.
But the culture play a whole lot tonight. And what me I say is the culture where Spice come from. Me would understand if Tamara did up on the show and then call Tamara that and then she has take that same stance here. What me I say is where Spice.
Why?
What is the difference between she
and Spice? What's the difference?
Because outside of we being what she and Spice have in common, you know, is them are two black women. But the culture make a huge difference, and that's why the little spiky ear man when he did on it a while ago. While him seem like him now make no sense, if you pay attention to the reason where the man are trying to say, words sometimes we amplify it. Majah Hype, and when me I say is life, and give it more life. When me I say is everybody come with trigger. Make we put all more you doing a Majah Hype, you just put the racism aside for a second and look and make we focus on trigger. When me I say Majah Hype, what is triggering to Tamara and what is triggering to me and what is triggering to you is not the same blood. When me I say is that
stop right there, right? Because you're talking about somebody who has been in this country for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Right? And probably experienced some sort of racism, right?
Yeah.
And went as far as taking a stand to say, because of her complexion, she's not getting treated the way the people with lighter complexion is being treated. So that could be a trigger to her too.
And it's okay too.
And again, as I said, I'm not taking either side. I'm just making sense of the nonsense, right?
Yeah.
So for somebody who took a stance and said, boy, me see the difference in the way people treat lighter people versus darker people and this and that, and then now you go call the person monkey.
Well, when you word it that way, I could understand why Spice would have feel away right now. But then again, it's not Tamara. You can't look on it like the girl more wrong than Spice. But we have to look on something.
All right.
So Spice wasn't wrong to call her.
I'm going to keep it at 100 too, right? Because enough time back home, No fun with grandparents and Ray. When you come out dark, them look for your way, your head picky. Them you get treated different. You understand? More than the people when your mother brings to the Indian man or the red man or whatever. You're gonna get treated different. So who knows if Spice was treated a certain way because of her complexion in a Jamaica too. Because members everybody and them woman bleach right now to look brighter, you know.
Yeah, because the picture I got with Spice is so Spice when she was black. Spice definitely bleached since she coming to her success.
No matter how we look at it, this is white America.
Spice's melanin is a couple shades lighter than this picture that I got with Spice in Jamaica.
Well, Tamara,
I got a picture with Spice Dream Weekend 2013. That's black Spice. Spice with the fucking lip piercing. So you can't tell me she not bleach.
We all know that this is public.
She came into that money. She got that body done, and she fucking bleached.
Do you understand the history of the word monkey? Calling a black person monkey in America? Do you understand the history of it?
Not entirely, no. I just watch a lot of
That's why when I hear people say they don't want it, you see what I'm saying? So that's why you shouldn't have an opinion then. Hey, you don't
you can't. No, you can't. No, listen.
If you don't
me not having a. Oh yes. Oh, you mean me can't have an opinion? That is you
a big share. The history of the word.
No, you can't say that tomorrow.
No, you can't say that tomorrow, man. Remember the first. Remember me and you, man, before me anything else.
Weighing on the topic. Let me talk to it.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. Good evening. I really think that, bottom line, I think this honestly all stems from Ari. It's his fault, period. And I really feel like I'm just gonna start from the beginning. With Erica Mena, she's been on like a hip hop for a very long time. I feel like whenever she's with a guy and he's giving attention to any other female, it's a thing. She has a self-esteem thing. Safari ran her ass to the mud. She's mad. And also as a society, let's just keep it all the way from this being real. Spanish women are looked at as more attractive, more dateable, more relatable, easier to go from the eye, to be on the side of a black man like Safari. You don't know, none of us know what Safari has said about black women to Erica Mena. A lot of the time, black men will say things to Spanish women and other women of other races about black women to make them feel better. Like, oh, this is what I'm getting. I don't like black women. And they're very expressive. I feel like this all stems from the fact that she got dogged out. She doesn't look at black women with the same caliber and the same type that she looks at.
Yeah, but where's the accountability though? Because no matter what, somebody. All right, let me say this, right? Because the whole of it will talk sometime, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm with a white girl, right? And I'm sitting here and we talking as my lady. This is my lady, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, "Yo, you know why you don't care for black women so much?" And I say, "Nah, it's not that I don't care about black women or I don't care for them. It's just that they harder to deal with, or they more strong-headed or this and that." Does that give that white woman the right to go out there and start calling people monkey and this and that?
Absolutely not. And I think that the backlash that you get is me. Because whenever it comes from, let me get off this track. My fucking scarf. Hold on.
Yeah, why did you do that? You fired out of boo. Come on now, boo.
Because it is 12 o'clock and it's late.
I know.
But yeah, so.
Brother, maybe I ask somebody else, yeah?
What I was saying,
no problem. Blessing you, Tamara. And your forehead not big, yeah, okay.
Wow.
I don't think that what we went through, I don't think what she said was correct, and I think that going through, honestly, you have to backlash.
Shit is so
right now, we're in
echoey.
a society where everybody has to be accountable for everything. I don't think that her job is an issue. I feel like to be made as an example. And because they do it to us all the time. Look at Kyrie Irving, look at all that with him. He can't say anything without people jumping down, and he's just making points. It's not like black people will go out here and just target somebody, but they target us, and we're supposed to keep. I look at the comments and they're like, oh, well, okay, so that makes it okay. But if it happened, you would not be saying that. You're saying that because you're your finger and you're typing. But if it was the other way around, and she called you on you want to bust.
But do you think it's wrong?
I do think it's wrong.
I can't take the echo away.
Okay. Because I just.
So you don't think she should have been fired?
To be honest with you, I think
I didn't hear you.
I know my sound is kind of off, but she should have been fired. Period. Oh, okay. She should have been fired. Okay. It's a good example because it examples of us all the time. So it's exactly an example. But I do feel like this stems from Safari.
So you trying to?
I really do. I feel like she's butthurt, and I feel like she took her aggression. I feel like she took her aggression and her anger out on Spice when it stems from her disliking the situation. Hi.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Uh-oh.
It's...
Uh-oh. Let's hear from the Indian.
Really?
Let's hear from the Jamaican coolie.
Jamaican coolie.
Is that a derogatory statement as well? A coolie?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it means
so let's hear from the goodier woman.
We're not a
Talk to me. What do you feel?
I feel it's absolutely disrespectful of her to refer to a black woman regardless of complexion, let alone a dark-skinned woman, monkey. Okay, it's race, it's derogatory, hurtful. You know, if you think about someone's trying to
Really, I'm going to ask somebody else, okay? Thank you for your input.
You're welcome.
Not you. Yeah, that.
You want me to talk? Wait.
Yeah. I just was getting another girl on.
I think if you talk about someone's, of course, it's extremely hurtful as a did not do that.
That must be coming
Hit
from
it below
Majors.
Tamara, mute your phone for 1 second and talk. Let me do
She went too far, and as a light-skinned woman, I don't know what her race is or whatever it is.
Hold on. It's you, Tamara. Your phone is echoing.
Yeah.
I'm going to add you back.
I think that it's awful. It's disgusting. It's disrespectful, and she should be fired. One, you're working. You're at a place of business, and I'm sure there's code of conduct and ethics that, you know, you sign contracts and all of that. You can't go around calling black people monkey. It's not acceptable. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're from. Racism is racism, and she knew that if she said this to Spice,
Actually,
she knew exactly what she was doing. In terms of this young lady about what Safari discussed with Erica, we have no proof of that. Regardless if he talk about black women, she doesn't know if he respects his own black women or not. You shouldn't, and that doesn't give her the right to say that. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she should never have said that. And I have a problem with black people even using the N-word towards each other, period. Oh, excuse me?
Why?
Because we should uphold this word and respect it. It's a part of history. It doesn't matter how we try to desensitize it. There's no desensitizing it. There's too much hurt. There's too much pain behind this word. It's not the same way Jewish people respect their history. You can't say anything anti-Semitic. They want to cancel you. Even if you don't, even if it wasn't an attack towards them. They stick together and they protect each other.
Yeah,
but how can we...
Right, but that's what I'm saying. They stick together and they protect each other. There's a underlined invisible law that if you disrespect them,
can't say certain things.
You better come back and you better apologize.
Yeah.
You know why?
they're the ones that power. People, the ones that power right now is
It's
I feel like because they all, no matter what group you're from, I think that any group that is on one accord has to be respected.
And they stick together as a people. They support each other. And, you know, I'm so tired of black people talking about all these things. When are we going to come up with a plan and actually implement the plan and execute how we're going to...
You can't come up with a plan when it's only it's only 3% of people that feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? If you got 100 black people and you got 4 out of the 100 that's like, yo, let's come up with a plan, the majority is always gonna